boy, I wonder what the heck is going to come out of my mouth. I have all these thoughts going for like a while now. And I'm like, okay, I am pulling myself in to being consistent. I am holding myself up to a higher standard. I heard this phrase recently, a year of consistency. And it just like spoke to me like, yes, that's you. You need to do a year of consistency. You need to show yourself that you can. Build up the confidence that you can. There's so many things you can do. And I've just been hiding behind like different kinds of fear. Fear of it being a waste of time is a big one. But as I've been in this journey of like diving into emotions and like what is the emotion actually trying to say to me? What am I supposed to take from this? What can I choose to feel instead of being stuck thinking I am the feeling? And I've had a few different people giving me some encouragement that I should write a book. That when I shared some poems at this really neat event on Easter, it was at these ruins, and it was about standing up to patriarchy. It was about women's rights and raising awareness, and it was anti-fascism too, and a lady talked about what was going on in Ukraine, and I sobbed and hugged her and sobbed because it was just holy cannoli. But it felt so good to read my poems. I can read one or two of them at the end of this video here if you want to stick around. Look at me trying to boost my watch time. So one good friend who said I should really write a book is she said I should really write it about like the deconstructing journey, about being a missionary, about traveling all over, and the things I remember. And it's like, oh gosh, I don't remember what happened. I was in such a state of survival and line learning and trying to be a good leader and not being well equipped enough for that, and constantly feeling like I'm letting everybody down and constantly just pushing myself to the breaking point. And yeah, like I don't know what I did. I just went from one day to the next to the next to the next. So I started kind of going through my head like, okay, my different tours. My first one with Adam and Sally, they were awesome. Almost everybody I toured with was awesome. I say almost because there may have been a dude that wasn't awesome. But wow, I'm looking at my feelings and looking at my actions and like, wow, I'm really blocked in talking about this because I'm just so like avoiding. But as I was going through different things, it's like it's really too bad about how the things that you remember are the most are the things that felt the worst. It's like, why can't I have held on to more of the happy stuff? There was a thing that every single time it comes to mind, I feel the pain about it. I feel the frustration like it was yesterday. And I'm not going to say the names, but if they're watching and they recognize themselves, I kind of don't mind if you know that it still pisses me off. But I do have a point to it of what I'm learning to, but like, okay, my higher self is bringing this into me because I need to look at it and I need to see what I need to learn from it. That's my thinking there. And so it was a situation where Morton and I had a very huge challenge given to us when he toured in the US. And it was to go into an area that had not been cultivated in years and to basically start from scratch. Like, no active hosts, no play dates. That's what the name we called programs, performances. I ended up staying with a bunch of family in that time. That was so bizarre after so many years of not seeing anybody I was related to. Suddenly I'm with all these people, connecting with all these people that share my blood. It was wonderful. I got to see, it was the last time I got to see my grandma and my grandpa on my mom's side. If it wasn't for that tour, wow, they're both gone now. I worked my ass off. I poured everything into that. I was constantly going through ACT, the database, and I was making groups of people to call, and I was setting things up to make this area active again. And when it was time to do the time-honored tradition of doing the unit turnover, where you take your calendar, your notes, everything, and you sit down with the next leader and you talk them through it, and you like make sure they know how your notes go, make sure they know how the calendar works, make sure that they know how the database is set up to be the most optimized. The girl would not listen to me. Sorry, the lady. She's not a girl. That's sexist language. The woman would not listen to me. She was like, just go. I got this. I'm busy. Just go. And I was like, this is something that we do. We do a unit turnover. I want to show you things. I want to show you my hard work. I don't want anything to be missed. I'm such a frackin' people pleaser, just wanting people to like me. I wish with all of my heart I'd been like, no, you listen, you be quiet. I don't care that you think you know everything. You are a brand new unit leader. I've been doing this for years. I've poured my heart into this, and you're going to shut up and you're going to let me talk to you. I really wish I'd said that. Because I was not respected. And guess what? She wasn't prepared. She didn't have the things that she needed, and they missed playdates. Things that we worked really hard to get. And if she just listened to me. So I was trying to figure out, what is it that I'm supposed to take from this? Why does it still hurt? Like, this is years ago. So there must be a reason why I still feel so about this whole thing. And the thing that I came up with was that I have to affirm to myself, I deserve to be heard. I am worthy of respect. I am worth listening to. There must be more to it. And but it is empowering to know that, like, these feelings of it's a very triggering thing for me to be invisible, to be ignored, to not be respected. And so that's something I'm just working through as I face my emotions, and I don't villainify them. And I know a huge thing is because I've been talking to Aubin LeBrosse, the Rainbow Magician, for a while now, and it's that I need to give myself compassion. I have to say to myself, I'm so sorry you felt so ignored and disrespected. I'm so sorry she didn't give you the time of day that you deserved to be given. I'm so sorry that so much of your hard work was wasted because she refused to listen. I'm so sorry it still hurts you now. And you feel stupid that it hurts you now because it was so long ago. I feel like I've been treated less than by a lot of people for a lot of my life. Like, I have so much capacity. But I shudder to think about who I would be if I hadn't joined Covenant Players, because I was so little when I joined. And I mean little in the sense of not expecting a lot from myself. Fearful of a lot of things, and I just grew in so many leaps and bounds through the wonderful people I was with, through the responsibilities that were given to me. I learned so much, and I traveled so far, and I met my husband, and I had my first kids, and my life would not be anywhere what it is now without them. I've been holding my breath for a minute. Man, it's easy to not breathe. But I'm I'm such a natural born teacher. Like, as soon as I've noticed something, recognized something, learned something, or in the process of learning something, I'm like, I want to share about it. Ooh, do you know you can do this too? So that's my encouragement, is for whatever's triggering you, figure out what the message is, because there's something empowering in there. Like, it is empowering. It feels empowering to be able to say, like, hey, no, I can be assertive. I am assertive. I am worthy. I deserve respect. I am not small. I am not worthless. My work is not in vain. Yeah. I feel finished, so I guess this can be it. Unless you want to hear a poem that I shared at the 1 billion rising. This was my war cry kind of one. I'll try to read it with the same oomph that I did when I was holding a microphone and speaking in front of people. But it's hard to capture that kind of magic again, you know? I'm gonna stand up. I just put a lot more effort than I thought I would into adjusting the computer and putting the microphone closer to mouth level. A front row seat to the bitter end. Limited perspective of blood to avenge. The leaves in their death fall. So should the oppressors laws show how impossible purity is. Anyone who runs or hides or doubts is the villain of the Sunday school stories. But rapists like David get all the glory. I don't want to watch trauma's karma play out. There's no glee in pain releasing the wounded tiger to be hunted in an open field. The oppressed pop out of our which is really not, the conversations that I've had on my Epic Kate podcast channel. It's anyway, so sorry. That's just a dead.